Good. We're live. Casual boxing talk. I'm Scooter Powell, the casual boxing fan.
What's good, man? On the ropes boxing. Zaire Brooks Multimedia in the building, man. What's good, Slim?
Oh man, another day on the grind, man. Another day on the grind. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, man. Warm the room up real quick, man. I wanted to find this picture, man, because like I consider myself somewhat of a boxing historian, you know. So,
I gotta see the pic you gonna pull up today.
I watch a lot of old fight. Man, it's a pick. I had this pick up before. Man, but
Hey, man, as people are coming into the chat and starting to get those notifications, man, I wanted to go back to something from a couple of days ago, man. You know that little viral clip where Floyd watching Roy Jones get knocked out, man, and Roy was like, man, oh, you posting all that, but I'm you want to fight? What's up? What's up, man? Let's get it on. Let's get it popping. Would you want to see that one?
Yeah, salute to Roy Jones for that, man. Yeah, I like the way Roy Jones responded to that. You feel me? But him and Floyd been going back and forth for a while now. Like I posted up a video last year when Floyd was talking trash about him and Ali. Like Floyd was basically saying Roy Jones and Ali, they were good only while they were young because they were only good when they had their legs. Once their legs went, they started getting clipped, right? And Floyd left it at that. And Roy I believe, seemed like he had some feelings about that. So then, like, that's why Roy said, if you don't respect Ali, how could I respect you? Roy's talking about that video I put up. That specific video. Floyd was comparing Roy Jones and Ali and why he was better than both of those dudes.
Can we, as like I said, as the chat is warming up and people coming into the room, I gotta ask you about this, man, because you saw the stuff right now that's going on with them talking about the old Brian Norman tank video.
Yeah.
Yo, I heard Fanon talking about this one. They really going in on Brian Norman like he did this video yesterday. Slim, the shit is funny to me. I'm like, damn, he did this interview about 4 years ago about a sparring that took place 7 years ago.
Oh, you said Bernard was going in on him?
Bernard was going in on
Bernard
Brian
who?
Norman Jr.
Bernard who?
I said Fanon.
Oh, Fanon. Oh, I thought you said Bernard. I'm like, who the fuck is Bernard?
Nah, Fanon.
Oh, well, you know what? We need content. It's all content.
Yo, it's just wild though, Slim. Every time your videos start shit. Your videos start shit, man.
Yeah, but like I ain't too mad at none of that, man.
Nah, content is content, like you said, man. But it's just funny, man, how the tank maniacs going in on B like he said that yesterday. They was like, man, how you gonna say that after Tank gave him love on Instagram?
Yo, like, imagine what he would have the response it would have gotten had you not cut him off. Because he was about to go in and start cooking Tank.
You mean on that day with that interview?
Yeah, that interview. If you look at the whole interview, B stepped to that interview lit. B came on there talking about he be breaking ribs, he be breaking noses, he knocking out all bums. Fuck Tank Davis. Tank ain't all that. He was about to go into that type shit. And you stopped him. I wanted him to keep going, honestly.
Can I explain why? Can I explain why? Since the story time, I'll tell a story on that why I didn't allow that to keep going the way it did. Because during that time, you gotta remember, man, I was heavily entrenched in Upton at that time. I was even a member of Upton Gym at the time.
Yeah, man. He knew that too. He started talking big shit about Tank. He knew, and he knew you was coming on. He got introduced to you as the dude who was with Upton's camp, right? And he started talking shit about Tank. I respect that. I have to respect that from the young man, bro. That's warrior shit. That's warrior shit. All this, how could you do that? That's bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? But yo, respecting that young man for knowing who you are, right? And jumping off the top, man, fuck Tank. I respect that, bro. Because he's willing to back it up. And he
But you
said,
know
matter
what's
of
so
fact,
funny? You
he
know
said,
what's
I
so
got in the
funny?
ring with the nigga and he ain't come back. I would have called Cap on that if I was you. I would have said, Cap, nigga. Nigga,
Yo,
Cap. No way you
yo,
ran Tank out the gym. Cap. Yo,
you know
salute
what's
to
so
H Money, man.
salute to H Money, salute to
Yo,
Jermaine
Jermaine
Morant,
Morant, man. Yeah, yeah.
Baltimore in the house.
Yeah, yeah. Salute to Moo.
But yeah, going back to that, man. It's crazy right now. Like that stuff, like I said with the Brian Norman, man, because they was like, man, you want that? He was like, you want that Tank fan base? You know, you never gonna fight Tank, so why even mention
Who said that?
it? Yeah, for Dar Slim, that shit was funny as hell.
That ain't nothing.
That shit was
That ain't
hilarious.
nothing. Hey, matter of fact, Real was respected because, like, honestly, man, when Brian Norman said that, nobody knew who he was. He had to make a name for himself in order to make this relevant. Because that video was old as fuck. He was a kid in that video, right? So he was talking about when he sparred Tank at 16. He was probably what, 19 in that video?
In that particular video when he did the interview, he was 19 or 20. 19 or 20, I say. Campaigning there at the 140, I believe, at the time. Man, he was talking about something that happened. I don't even know how we got into it, how it got brung out. But yeah, man, it's crazy how all the platforms now talking about that joint now, man.
Because he's a
It's like,
name now. Like people have seen him knock people out. They want to see him fight again, and he about to fight Devin Haney. So he's relevant now. So now it means something. So that's all.
I
It's
got
all good news.
I gotta get your thoughts on this, man. Couple of people, man, is feeling like Devin really got a shot. Shakur said, man, Devin gonna beat Brian, man. He tripping. I don't
I
know
mean, like
what he.
Devin does have a shot. Like the thing is, like I got even though I got Brian Norman in that fight, I'm not going to just jump all the way and be like Brian Norman gonna beat his ass. No, Brian Norman can beat his ass, but will Brian Norman beat his ass? That is yet to be determined.
You are
So
right.
yeah, Devin
All
Haney,
my all
Devin
my
Haney.
all my all my all my data tells me he going to sleep.
I mean, from what I'm looking at, Devin Haney got a nice jab, slick style. You know, he gets caught. He gets caught. But I just want to see.
Oh man, we got a wild chat today, Slim.
Yeah, yeah. So, but that's something I'd like to see, man. Honestly.
But hey, you know what's crazy right now? Just staying with the Brian Norman situation. It looks like David Benavidez and Yard is going to be the main event over Devin and Brian. You agree with that?
Yeah. But David Benavidez is a bigger name as far as like up and coming. Yeah, I don't mind that.
So you saying that one is the main event over Devin and Brian?
Yeah, because you got to look. Devin, his name got a little mud on it right now, and niggas just finding out who Brian Norman is. Everybody know Benavidez, so of course he's the headliner. What I thought you would have talked about, right, was the disrespect that from the guys, and I think it has something to do with the towel boy comments. But that whole squad is disrespecting Shakur Stevenson. The announcers, I mean, it starts at Turkey and just trickles on down.
I mean,
How is
I
Shakur
think you
Stevenson
see
not
something
the
I
A
don't see,
side in
man.
this
You see
production?
something I don't see, man. You got to explain that to me, man, because I don't see what you're talking about.
Okay, so how is Shakur Stevenson not the A side in this production? Right? He's definitely the A side. He's the main event. Shakur Stevenson versus William Cepeda, black versus Mexican, is the main event, right? Berlanga and Hamza Shiraz, compared to Stevenson and Zepeda is a trash fight. Let's just keep it real. So the trash fight is headlining of an event that's supposed to be a Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda headliner. So they're fucking up already. That's a major fuck up. I don't care what anybody says or thinks. That is a huge, and it's disrespectful to Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda. Edgar Berlanga is not a level above either one of those dudes. He's just a heavier weight class. But as far as boxing goes, he's not on either one of those guys' level. Zepeda or Stevenson. And the fact that he's headlining this event against Hamza Shiraz tells me that the people who put on the events are ignorant. Ignorant.
You ain't lying, Slim. Hey, who's going to win the battle of ratings? Will it be the Jake Paul card on Friday night with the all women's card, or will it be the Turkey a la Sheik card on Saturday?
Netflix.
All day.
Yeah, Netflix wins that by default. So, but I would like to see.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean because the people already they ain't got to pay for it if you already got the Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix got that. But I'm just telling you, like, the disrespect being given to Shakur Stevenson, it is a crime. But I think it has something to do with the towel head comments or the towel, not the towel boy comments.
Okay, I want to go back a little bit then. If both of these cards were on Netflix, right? Which one you think will have the better ratings?
We just said it. Jake Paul.
No, I'm saying if both were on Netflix, Evil
Jake Paul.
Footing. Why?
Jake Paul. But
Better
see, the
promoter?
thing is, and
You think?
because like the same reason Shakur Stevenson hates casuals, right? Because the disrespect being given to Shakur Stevenson is criminal, right? I just can't brush by it. I can't. Like the small ring, that's cool. Let's make them mix it up, right? The no running rule. Now we're getting into the realm of ridiculousness, man. They're changing the rules of boxing to come at Shakur Stevenson, right? So I get the small ring, cool. But to change the rules of boxing, right? And to make him the B-side in an event which he clearly should be the headliner. It's criminal, man. The disrespect being shown to Shakur Stevenson right now is criminal. He walking in there like a G, right? Ready to fight this dude. He gonna take it out on Zepeda. So what I'm looking for now is a referee who's also you know what I'm saying, going to disrespect Shakur Stevenson. If he gets in there and the referee is also disrespecting him, they're trying to make it so he's got to knock Zepeda out. But he's totally capable of doing that, right? But what I'm saying is if they're forcing him to get out of his style this way by changing the rules and just totally disrespecting him, it's like Shakur must be a bad motherfucker. You gotta be a bad motherfucker if they gotta change the rules of boxing to come at you. Or it's just a bunch of casuals running boxing who don't understand that you gotta match them up properly. Right? Now, if you want to match Shakur up against Javante Tank Davis or Keyshawn Davis in an 18 by 18 ring, now we talking, right? But them niggas don't need the no running rule because they can box. Right? To me, it says the no running rule is if you can't cut the ring off, you're lacking in your game, right? So I need people up high to change the rules. Punk shit. And the disrespect being given to Shakur Stevenson, who is like a young, elite, half black, half Puerto Rican fighter from America, right? It's criminal. That's all I'm saying on that. That's my take on that. But what did you wanted to say something about that?
Yeah, you remember the other day I was, we were just talking about that, man. How would Shakur do it against a volume puncher in Zepeda, man? With those hands. I was jokingly talking about the Eastern medicine thing, but I do believe though, man, he has been more careful in taking care of his hands. Probably after every session, probably putting them hands in the ice bucket or something. I remember when I was at Devin Haney's camp, he used to do that After his sparring sessions, I would see him put his hands in the ice bucket. I said, yeah, that was the first one I actually seen do that after sparring. Actually, what was Devin Haney? I
Yes,
actually never seen
swelling.
nobody else. All the different stuff camps I've been, I never seen nobody else do that. Like dip their hands in the ice bucket after sparring.
Yo, salute to Anthony Perez, man. Salute to William Ballard.
Yeah, but that is a major concern, man.
Yo,
The
salute to
Shakur
Jeezy.
it's Shakur's hands, man. You know, I was joking about it the other day, but that is a serious concern, man. Going against a volume puncher, man. Hopefully, man, his hands can hold up like it did against Padley. Like you said, when he was throwing them punches against Padley, you can see the wincing in his face where that was really hurting his hands, man. Every punch he was throwing. So as good as he is, man, he's on a limited time as far as his career, man, and that's not being a hater or anything, man. That's just the reality of the situation. So to be with a turkey, that's probably a blessing in disguise, man. That he's able to max out on the money that he can make, knowing that his boxing career probably not going to be as long as people think it is.
That's why he walking in there like a G, right? But see, the thing is, he knows they're trying to force him to change his style. And he's already on record as saying that Zepeda's going to fight him dirty. And the disrespect that they're showing him, I believe that they're going to allow Zepeda to fight him dirty. I'm looking for Zepeda to try to come like Maidana, right? Overhand, hammer fist over the shell, to the back of the head, straight rabbit punching, right? I'm looking for like wrestling, a lot of tap, but I think Shakur is stronger than Zepeda. Like I think Shakur is stronger than a lot of people give him credit for.
Let me
So,
ask you this: You
but it's
think
fucked up. They
Cepeda?
changing the rules, man. What's up?
You think Cepeda's been getting a lot of knowledge from Oscar De La Hoya, man, on how to fight a slick black fighter like Shakur?
He'll get more from like De La Hoya and Maidana. If I'm him, I'm looking at what Maidana did to Floyd Mayweather.
But I'm
That's what
saying
I'm looking at.
I'm saying as far as like the actual being there um, at the camp and say, hey, if you do this to him in the corner, like he can physically show him being a former boxer, he can physically get in that ring and be like, hey man, you should probably want to do this against a slick fighter. Do you think that's happening in the camp?
That happens in everybody's camp.
No. For a legend to give his insight.
Man, De La Hoya ain't gonna tell him nothing he ain't already know, man. Just because De La Hoya telling it to him don't make it, I'm saying, that much more special. You know what I'm saying? Yo, just don't go out drinking with Oscar De La Hoya. That's all you gotta worry about. Yeah.
Nah, just
But
something to think about,
other than
man.
that,
Just something to think about.
yeah, other than that, man, Hey, so staying on Shakur, how do you feel what he said about my man right here, the great Sugar Ray Robinson?
That just tell you, man, that these young fighters have no clue. Once again, they have no clue.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man, like I'm actually gonna say I'm glad Shakur did that. Because I'm looking at the analytics, right? Sugar Ray Robinson, the search query for Sugar Ray is up now. So Naj and Shakur did Ray's legacy a favor, right? Naj by presenting the platform, and Shakur by saying that crazy shit.
Hey, but you know what's so
Because
crazy,
Sugar
Slim?
Ray Robinson is not ass.
No.
Like, he
But think about
tripping.
this. Think about this. 20 years from now, some young fighter gonna say that Shakur Stevenson is ass.
Hey, so check it. Not even 20 years from that. Like 20. This ain't 20 years ago. So I can see with Sugar Ray Robinson, right?
Yes, it
I
is.
can,
That's
I can, I
way
can
over 20 years ago. Sugar Ray Robinson. He probably don't.
yo, I can
I
see,
wonder. I
I
wonder
can
if he even
understand
seen any
Shakur, right?
film on him.
I can
I wonder if he
understand
even
Shakur
seen
saying that,
film
right?
on him.
But who do you got? Like, I mean, I watch Sugar Ray Robinson. I told you, the older I get, the more I appreciate him. If they was to fight, right? Let's say let's say fantasy fight, and Shakur saying, because he got to come up to fight Ray first of all, right? So I'm saying Ray could probably meet him at 40 or 47. Shakur talking about going to 54 to fight Conor Ben, right? So if Sugar Ray Robinson fought Shakur Stevenson at 40, who you got? I got
I
Sugar Ray
got Sugar
Robinson.
Ray Robinson.
I
They
got
went
Sugar.
15 rounds, Slim.
Not only that, I got Shakur Stevenson getting knocked the fuck out. Like, facts. At 47, I got him guaranteed to get knocked out. Probably lose some teeth. Like, shit. I mean, like, so what he's saying is Sugar
What
Ray
made
fought
him
a
say
bunch of
that? What made him
non-athletic.
say that?
He said Sugar Ray fought a bunch of bums, right? He called them white boys, but he said Sugar Ray fought a number of bums and didn't pick his hand up, and Jake LaMotta was ass, and Jake LaMotta catching them with hooks, right? Shakur got a point, right? I watched Sugar Ray's films. Those were some nasty dudes he was still fighting. Them dudes would hurt Shakur. They fought different back then. They were built different, right? So Shakur's talking about techniques and all that shit. That's cool. Defensive techniques, footwork, all that. Ray had the footwork, right? Ray also, yeah, he kept his hands down. Yeah, he was losing a lot of his fights. Ray had the heart to come back and win. Like what we were saying about Tank Davis, Ray had that. All his fights were exciting like that. His fights were just entertainment, right? And he had to come back from behind in a lot of them joints, right? Ray fought wars, straight warrior. Like he would cut the ring off Shakur Stevenson and break his jaw. Sugar Ray Robinson would knock Shakur Stevenson
You
the
know, it's
fuck out,
crazy.
in my opinion.
Shakur should check out that documentary Champ Side did on the black fighters, man, and what they went through.
Yeah. Yo, man. Yo, salute to Millen Film. Salute to Ivan Curry, man. Salute to John Parham. Salute to Tay. We up
Hey,
in here, man.
one thing we are learning though, man.
What's up?
Who is say it, and then I'm gonna finish it. Say your moniker, and I'm gonna finish it.
Oh, you talking about me being the Ghost Rider of
Yeah,
boxing?
say the line, and I'm gonna finish it.
What? Who am I?
Yeah, say who's the Ghost Rider boxer? Say that.
Just, man, say what you got to say, man. It's already documented that I am the Ghost Rider of boxing.
Hey,
It's
Slim,
well
you are
documented.
the Ghost Rider of boxing, Slim. Man, I remember you called that shit with Tank and Lamont. You said, man, ain't happening. Ain't happening. I was like, oh
So
shit,
it's official now.
man.
It's official that it's not happening.
Nah, I didn't say it's official, but damn, Slim, we like a month out. Ain't nothing. Ain't no word. Ain't no word.
It seems like they're just gonna pull up and have a fight.
What you saying? This gonna be like just pull up to the fight joint?
Yeah, they're just gonna pull up and have a fight.
No press conference, no nothing. Al saving on the budget on this joint, huh?
Because they're going, if they do have the fight, they're gonna just rob Lamont anyway. So he can't win. He can't win. They'll never give Lamont Roach that fight. So what's the point of promoting it, right? Let's just take him.
Bruh.
So if we're gonna have it and we got this turkey bag, it's no way we're letting Lamont Roach fuck up a turkey bag, right? We're just not letting it happen. We're putting bags on people's heads before that happens, right? So, right, if we're gonna have the fight, we ain't gonna promote it if y'all want to get paid. We're just gonna go have the fight real quick, just to get it out the way. Because we maximize this profit potential if we just have a fight. Like you hear about it the week of.
Yeah, man. We it's starting the other channels are starting to talk about tanking other names, man. Man, I hope they don't do my boy Lamont like that, Slim. Y'all the chat know I've been talking about this for I don't know how many lives now, 10 lives, man. Hey man, have a backup plan. This could go sideways easy.
Nobody cares about Lamont though, bro. It's like people care more about Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Because if Lamont ain't fighting Tank, don't nobody care, man. So he good. All he gotta do is go back to the lab. You know, Oshaki Foster about to get some shine. He about to fight Schoolboy Steph. I mean, Cool Boy Scooter. He about to fight Scooter.
Yeah, that's Lamont man right there, man. Scooter, they take.
Yeah.
Hey, John Parham, nah, that was my brother who did that joint, man. He called that shit way before I jumped on after I saw the pattern. But yeah, he been called that. He said, shit, I wouldn't do that rematch. You been called that joint not to fight the rematch.
Nah, it's like from day one after the fight. I was like,
Day
that rematch
one.
ain't gonna happen.
I thought your ass was crazy, Slim. I was like, man, you crazy.
And I stuck to it all the way till right now. Until y'all finally said, all right, if the fight happens, but and we had fighters on here talking about it. We had Brian Norman on here talking about this shit. I
You
said, bro,
told Brian, man. You
cause
told him.
B tried to spit like so. I can't wait till we talk this nigga. Like I saw the younger video when he's talking big shit about Tank, right? Nigga, don't be coming on my show trying to be Mr. Diplomatic, nigga. Let's start talking this shit, right? So you know for a fact we saw a nigga get knocked down, right? Go to the corner, wash his face, right? And then the ref apologized for counting. And you think this nigga's gonna win? You think your man's gonna win? No, he's not gonna beat Tank Davis. The only way he wins is a knockout. The only way, right? So
Hey,
why
hey,
they're not gonna have the rematch because that makes Tank look bad. That they got to do that to beat him.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate with you on this one, right? Because I was looking at Tay, right? They were talking about they're gonna announce that fight next week, right? You know, it's kind of funny when I looked at that. You know, that has been the PBC's motto after every fight lately. They wait till that fight's over with. I guess they collect their money or whatever they need, and then they make an announcement for the next fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
But
That's
that's
how they get
crazy
down.
work if they do that with Tank and Lamont, Slim. That ain't just no regular junk. You just make an announcement or
All right, so
be like, pull up in a month, man. Fuck it. We ain't doing no announcements. Just pull up.
Turkey Al Sheik is shaking hands with Shakur Stevenson and biting his lip, right? He's got a plan for a shrinking ring. He's actively changing the rules of boxing, right? He wants Gervonta Davis now, right? Because he knows Tank is probably his answer. He wants to rig the odds for Tank to knock Shakur out. It goes back to with this top of the show, the disrespect that Shakur Stevenson is receiving from these people is insane. And I think it goes back to the Towel Boys comments, right? So what he just did with that Towel Boy comment, right? He made enemies make friends with his op, right? He turned these rich niggas into enemies. And they in turn now want to make peace with his ops. They want to put together a fight and rig that shit to where Shakur has to engage with Tank Davis. Look at the way this nigga looking when he's shaking shit. It's like I got something for him. I got something for him. I got Gervonta Davis in a shrinking ring with a no running rule for him. It's gonna be the biggest bag of his life. He's gonna do it.
Okay, I got to ask you this, right? Because we've been sticking to the thing like Turkey ain't like what happened up in New York, right? So he wants some get back for them stealing his money, and you already said, you know, they hired the assassin Brian Norman to take out Haney, right?
Put a bag on him.
So how you think this how you gonna get Shakur
And
with Tank?
money. You put
No,
money
I'm
up.
saying with
Tank.
Tank.
Oh, Tank is that guy. He's got two cut cards. He knows if he rigs Tank Davis and Keyshawn Davis. These are the two guys who can beat Shakur Stevenson. And if he's got people that know boxing, that's what they're telling him. Not too many people have a chance of beating Shakur Stevenson. Those two have the best chance.
And you know what's interesting?
What's up?
The only name he's been bringing up has been Teofimo Lopez.
Teofimo Lopez can't beat Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion.
No. That's the name Shakur's been bringing up to fight.
Yeah, it won't be easy work, but he'll beat him. He'll make it look easy.
I have concerns, man. Have you seen? Did you look at Shakur yesterday?
Shakur is walking into hostile territory where they're trying to
Now,
set him up.
I get that, but did you notice something about him?
Look like he want that smoke.
Nah, you see his eyes.
What's up with his eyes?
He had that weight drain look eyes.
Oh, damn. I
How
mean,
you don't look at his eyes? Look to the eyes. I always look at the eyes, man. That's a telling sign. Like, nigga, I ain't been eating.
it's all good. Like the nigga makes
Look
weight.
at his eyes, Slim. You gotta go back and look at that joint, man, and the way he talking too is different. Like he ain't been eating, Slim. I'm now wondering, like, damn, is it hard for him to make 35 now?
If he can't make 35, that's poetic justice because he's got to go up and join his boy again at 40. I'm gonna be back on my shit.
Damn.
I'm leaving that shit alone because Keyshawn's at 40 now, right? But the instant they're back in the same weight class, that's the only fight I want to see. That's the only fight I want to see. I want to see that more than Tank Shakur. Why? Because his friends fighting. That shit could get ugly. Yeah, yo. But like I'm saying, they coming.
Oh,
They
King
coming
King
for
Gambit
Shakur,
said you
bro.
can.
Bag on his head, bro.
Oh, my bad. My bad, big dog. King's Gambit said you can really see it in the turkey pick, Zeb. I guess about that Shakur looking kind of drained, man.
Uh-huh. And that lip bite, he's like, yo, he's got something for Shakur. He's got something for him.
Hey, Sophie Yogi said is Tank a Hall of Famer at this point?
Tank don't give a fuck about the Hall of Fame, right? He'll be a Hall of Famer if he fuck with Turkey, because Turkey will give him the big fights for the big money, and he'll rig it in his favor. Because Tank fights the way that Turkey likes. He's just realizing that. Turkey is realizing, instead of talking shit to this dude, I should have just gave him the 2 Ferraris and did business with Al. Because this the guy, look, but sometimes you got to learn from experience. Sometimes you got to get burned to learn that fire is hot, right? So he learned. The guy he wanted to do business with this whole time is Tank Davis. Yeah. And Tank would have never run off with his bag. It would have always been an entertaining event. And people would have watched. So
Yeah, that's the one thing. That's the one thing about Tank. You know, he gonna be loyal.
yeah. And that's another. He's a stand-up guy. He's actually more of a stand-up guy than Devin Haney, the guy you was back in Turkey. And it was obvious as hell. Tank saw that shit.
Hey,
Yo,
Slim. You know what's wild? Thinking about that whole Turkey situation in the Riyadh season. That you got Bob Arum, who's Jewish, working with Arab.
oh man,
Ain't that something?
that's corny, man. They do business together all the time.
Nah, it's interesting, man. That's interesting, man. How in the world, man, that how we have conflicts in the world that they can sit down and do business together, man.
Yeah, so the thing, man, you made me lose a topic, man. I was about to say something, man. You talk about that dumb shit. Fuck, man.
What's dumb about that? What's dumb about that, man? That was interesting to me, man. What we got going on with the conflicts with
Oh man, that's all
Israel and
good.
Iran, and you see the dealings behind the scenes that you see with Trump and Saudi and
Oh
Israel.
yeah. Tank Davis, right? Tank Davis.
Back to boxing. Back to
So
boxing. Back to
if you
boxing.
look at the way Turkey is doing Shakur Stevenson right now, right? Like I told you, everything's rigged, right? Tank thought, or he suspected, that's what he would try to do to Tank if he agreed to take the 20 million and fight in Saudi Arabia. So I remember when I was first saying why Tank didn't want to do it. And Tank came out and admitted that shit, right? Now, this is what that looks like, right? Look at what they're doing to Shakur Stevenson. Tank felt like they were going to do that to him against Devin Haney. Because they were what? They were ignorant, right? And ignorance can be educated, right? They didn't realize that Devin Haney is not the dude they need to be fucking with. He does not fight the entertaining style they like to see, right? But they chose sides with Devin Haney and decided to help Devin Haney by delivering him the Tank Davis fight. And they went about it in a disrespectful manner, right? And Tank checked him on that. Man, send me 2 Ferraris. Right? That's Tank checking them. Right? But see, and then they carried on
I
the
agree. I
disrespect.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, and they carried with that disrespect. So that's the thing. And see, and Tank
Hey,
was smart not to take that 20 million. He was smart. He about to get a whole lot more than 20 million now fucking with Turkey.
so we're gonna see two scenarios next week. Either we're gonna get the Tank Davis announcement after this Manny Pacquiao Barrios fight, or we're gonna get an announcement about Tank moving on for a turkey bag.
Either
We getting
way,
an announcement next week. Some type of announcement coming next week.
either way. Oh yeah, yeah. What's this about Morrell's opponent?
David Morrell's opponent. I hadn't heard anything. What you heard?
It's something that happened with testing. I think he tested for some type of roids or PEDs.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know what's going to be the results behind that though.
Yeah. You know how I feel about that, man. My mother just sign up with snacks. Just join snacks. Join the snacks pack.
Hey man, I heard your boy. You made me think about something when you said snack. I heard your boy Charleston still looking for a fight, man. He need to call Bill Haney, man. Line it up with Sean, man. Make some quick money real quick.
Like I said when I first saw them sparring, I was like, they got a plan. They're gonna put Young into celebrity boxing. They're just not gonna do it just immediately like that, right? Just throw him in there to get beat up by Charleston White, because that's a bad look.
Hey, let
Charleston
me
White
ask you
can't fight.
this.
Charleston White can't fight. I looked at the way the Island boy was just a worse fighter than him.
That's why I say it'll be a great matchup with him and Sean Haney, man. They look like they
Casual
on the
boxing
same level.
talk,
They
man.
on the same level.
Sean Haney will beat Charleston White up, man.
I don't know, man.
Sean Haney will beat him up. And Sean Haney is absolute trash.
Again, I don't know, man. I got Charleston, man. Because remember, man, Charleston go catch it with that left, man. Charleston been in these streets fighting.
Charleston White don't move his head.
Everybody want to whoop his ass
Charleston
every
White
day.
doesn't move his
Everybody want to whoop
head.
his ass every day.
Charleston White doesn't move his head. He's got a blind spot, right? What he do? He beat up a kid who can't fight, right? He just sat there and like held out his arm, judging the distance and throwing one shots, keeping his head on the line the whole time with his chin exposed after every shot, right? If anybody with a basic boxing education would have slept Charleston White. Anybody with a basic boxing education. And that's what Sean Haney getting that at least, right? That's why I got Sean Haney in that fight. And Bill
Hey,
Haney gonna say, go to his glass eye side. Go to the glass eye. Just keep stepping to the side of the glass eye. And throw that hook.
I got a real serious question for you, right? Not getting going back to Lamont and Tank situation, right? Couple of things you notice with that. You know, Tank got the deactivation going on. I see they're very quiet about this camp. You don't really see nothing about it. I seen Coach Kenny down there with Coach Calvin, man. So they quiet right now. That I don't know if that's a good thing. The
Yo,
Mont
salute
man,
to life is
he
good,
got to
man.
stay focused. If that fight happens, man, the Mont better be focused, man. He got to be focused, man, because you know he be doing this Twitch thing at night.
Once again, like how many followers do that nigga got on Twitch?
I don't have Twitch. I don't even.
Ain't
Man,
nobody
I
following
can't
that
get off
nigga
this
on
stuff.
Twitch, man. Hold on, let me see if I can find this nigga on Twitch real quick.
You got Twitch?
Uh, ain't nobody following that nigga, man. Everybody want that nigga win the Tank fight. Win the Tank fight. That's all niggas want to know.
Take one. Hey, he said, man, what you think about Scooter Davis?
He's got the star potential. I got him shining. I say get a young nigga time. He be straight. He hanging with the right people. He looked good in his last fight. And he from the city. Salute to that nigga out the DMV, Scooter Davis. Yeah. So yeah, man, like it don't even come up. The name Lamont Roach, I think they wiped this nigga off Google. You can't even find nothing on this nigga, bruh. You look up Lamont Roach, it say waiting on Tank on Google. Yo,
Hey,
Google Lamont Roach. It just say waiting on Tank.
man, stop that shit, man. God damn.
That's your man's.
See, everything you say, fucking with his name, it messes up our live, man.
Now that's somebody trying to call me. I'm gonna have to slide in a minute anyway. I gotta go pick my kid up, man.
All good, all good.
Yeah. I'm down for like a few more minutes, man.
Hey, so with that being said, I gotta get your thoughts on this, man.
What's up?
Bud looking jack, man.
Said Bud looking what?
Jack. He
I
getting
mean, Bud
big.
he better be Jack. He's stepping up to 68. About to
Hey,
shock the
man,
world.
as the fight, hey, I'm gonna say this. As the fight get close, I want to see what Bud's body look like fight week. I might change my mind on this, man. I didn't think he could get that big, man. He look big, Slim. Like he can take them punches, man.
Okay.
I might change my mind on this, Slim. I'm gonna watch this for a minute. I'm gonna see how Bud finishes out with his transformation to 168, man. I might change my mind on this, Slim.
Hey, hold on. Sufi Yogi said, yo, if his name wasn't Scooter and he wasn't from DC, would he still be a good boxer? You wild. You wild. All right, yo, go back to the yoga mat. Go back to the yoga mat, my guy. Yeah.
And my youngin proudly says Fort Washington, Maryland. That's one of the few youngins. He don't say DC. He hit Fort Washington, Maryland.
He out to DMV. That's
Yeah,
what it
but
is.
nah, you know how most of them are just attached to DC. But nah, he straight up be like, "Fuck that, Fort Washington,
Now,
Maryland."
you know, that's how it got to be. Because people from DC would be like, you know, back in the day, Maryland Bama's. Yo, salute to Louis, man. Yo, salute to OVS.
We got the weigh-ins today, man.
Yeah, man. A little
Serrano,
late
Serrano,
picking up.
Katie
Hold
Taylor,
on,
man.
we got a
We
text.
got the weigh-ins today, man. I got Amanda in this trilogy. I got Amanda.
I mean,
Stay away from that
I
Katie
want
Taylor
Amanda. I want Amanda to
head.
do it. I want Amanda to do it. Right?
She got to stay away from Katie Taylor head, man. God,
She
dog.
can't keep Katie Taylor off of her. That's the thing. Katie Taylor be mauling her. She'd be mauling her, bruh. So if
Hey,
she
but
if she was,
You know Amanda whooped ass in the MMA too.
but I'm just saying, if Amanda was able to keep Taylor off of her, like at the end of her jab, then able to grab her and lean on her, put her weight on her if she comes in, but she can't. It's like when Katie gets in, and she gonna turn into dirt ball. Look for more headbutts.
If you're
Look
if
for more
you're
headbutts followed by elbows.
if you getting into women's professional boxing, ain't nobody else to sign to but Jake Paul at this time, man. He about to corner the market on women's boxing.
How do you feel
Why not?
about Clarissa Shields?
I feel she's standing on her independence as a black woman. She doing her own
Ish,
thing. I ain't mad at her.
I feel she's the best women's boxer in the game today, and in the ranking for maybe all time. I think she's that nasty, and she's accomplished that much. I ain't got her beat Nan Wolf though.
Let me ask you this.
What's up?
You know, we know how we talk about the like the biggest asset for Turkey would be Tank, right? Would Carissa be the biggest asset for MVP Promotions?
I mean, she should. That'd be lit if they get Clarissa. They officially got them all.
Yep. I don't see
They
her doing
officially,
it
yeah.
though.
So I mean,
I don't see her doing it.
it's all business at the end of the day. It ain't even about the ego. It's about the you know what I'm saying? It's about the contract, and that includes the money and the stipulations. Because all money ain't good money. Yo. But yeah, man. I'm gonna have to slide out. I gotta go grab my kid, yo.
Nah, all good, man. I think it was a good show today, man. But
But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, like, if you want to stay on with the chat, you can.
I, I gotta bounce and do some stuff, man. But yeah, once again, what do you say?
Bud will, if Bud beats Canelo, he's on Mount Rushmore of boxing.
I agree.
He's got to beat Canelo to do that. He's not right now, but he can be if he beats Canelo.
He beat him. That's what, 3 divisions undisputed.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Most definitely, man.
yeah. So that and that's just what it is, in my opinion.
Hey man,
Hold on,
shout
time
out
out.
to you,
Before I
son.
go, let me see what Surf Yogi's saying, man. Bud needs to stop saying that he would be on Mount Rushmore if he wins this fight. He can never be on Mount Rushmore. There are way too many guys named like Jack Johnson. Yeah, a GOAT. Jack is my favorite fighter of all time. He's the baddest, one of the baddest men to ever walk the planet, in my opinion. Jack Johnson, right? Ray Robinson, my guy. My guy. I fuck with Ray Robinson. Roberto Duran. Duran was cool, but he quit in the fight. He quit
He
in the
quit.
fight. He quit. He quit. All right. Well, Mayweather. TBE, baby. All day. Henry Armstrong. OG. The OG Henry. But right here is the triple OG, man. And I'm glad Shakur mentioned his name because, like, you Shakur Stevenson, and your name carry weight in boxing, and what you say is going to be heard. And you just had a lot of people hear this man's name, bruh. Thank you. Even though you wrong as fuck, he'll knock you the fuck out. If that was a hypothetical fantasy situation, Ray would break a rib. You would get, because first of all, Shakur, wouldn't be able to hurt him. So he's walking through your shit. And like Ray had them tight hooks. Like he had his hands down, right? Them jumps was quick and they was tight, right? It's a whole hip turn. He coming at and you wouldn't see it coming. Yo, I'm telling you, cool, you wouldn't see it coming. He
I
break your
wonder.
jaw. He break your ribs. Like Sugar Ray Robinson would fuck Shakur Stevenson up. Like he would want no parts of that smoke.
I wanted to read $1,000,000. This fight is not a setup for Shakur to look bad. This is setting him up for greatness, in my opinion. Hey, we on the same accord with that. I said that the last live. I feel like even though it's a lot stacked against Shakur in this fight, that he will overcome those obstacles and shine. I just feel that that's what's gonna happen. But the concerns, like my brother said, though, even though I was joking about the other day in his Eastern, his hands are a concern, especially at the 35, like he said, man. That's a major concern, man. Those hands, especially going against a volume puncher, and sometimes you might have to hit this volume puncher in the elbow or something where it's a hard bone you gonna touch because he's always throwing these punches. So it's things he got to worry about in that fight, man. So hopefully he been taking care of his hands during the camp, getting the necessary what you call that, laser and treatments or whatever. But like I said, I ain't gonna lie, man. When I went to the camp out Vegas, when they had when Devin and Tank had they camp at the same time, Devin the only one I ever seen put his hands in the ice bucket after sparring and stuff like that, man. So he take care of his hands. I ain't gonna see him front line on that.
Hey, so check this out. So Shakur is gonna step on Zepeda, right? And my thing is, how long can he do business with these guys who are clearly disrespecting him and trying to set him up? He's Shakur is basically playing like it's an old school movie called The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? And it's a game show. And they were just sending all these weird, crazy motherfuckers to Schwarzenegger, try and take him out with all types of crazy scenarios, right? I bet you, he'll really try. So if Shakur beats Tank Davis, right? If they put that fight and Shakur beats him, and he's still doing business with Turkey will put the shrinking ring into effect. He might even put it into effect for the Tank Davis fight, right? Because that fight is happening. That fight is happening, right?
That's the
But
in the
Shakur
boxing
is going
community,
to step
that's the
on
fight
Zepeda.
everybody want to see. That's the
But
fight
I'm saying
everybody
though,
want to
right?
see.
But to answer the question, he will step on Zepeda. To answer $1,000,000 question, right? But how long can he continue to do that if they changing the rules and shrinking the ring on you, right? Like It's just fun. It's crazy work to me that they got to change the rules for this man. Duran didn't whip Sugar Ray Leonard in the first fight. Sugar Ray stood toe to toe with Surf Yogi. Watch it, man. I mean, Sufi Yogi. Watch it, man. Watch it. Watch it. Like
Ray didn't fight his
Ray
style.
stood toe. They was going at it. They was both going at it. They
That
both
wasn't
got
Ray's
rocked.
style, though. That wasn't his style.
I know. Duran won the psychological war, right? And Ray beat him psychologically in the second fight.
And you
So
know
it
what's
was
funny?
like sweet revenge.
You know what's funny? That was the same psychology that happened to Devin against Ryan. Meet me in the center of the ring and fight. Oh, that was a bad strategy.
No, but see, him and Bill thought Ryan was washed. They thought Ryan was washed. So they thought they could do that.
Man, cause you got your prey in the trap, man. You better finish him, man, cause they get out that trap and set your ass up.
If Devin would have treated Ryan like he was George Kambosos, right? He probably would have won that fight. He would have won it on the cards.
If he would have fought like you said, fought George Kambosos, jab, jab, hug. When he looked like he's setting up, you grab him.
Yep, or
he
jab.
Ain't do his style. He ain't do his style.
Yeah, so that's what that is. Life is good. Sugar Ray breaks Shakur. Hell yeah, he does. Shakur don't want, but Shakur got a lot of people looking up who he is. I have a video. It didn't get no views. I have a video for 2 years ago I did about Shakur. So if y'all want to see it, check my channel. I'll repost the shit because Shakur done made his name hot right now. It's trending.
That's what's up, Slim. Oh, before we leave, man, hey, starting in the future, man, we're gonna start talking about fights, man, because I see that fight that you talked about with your favorite with Tank and Barrios. Mine was probably, we'll talk about it another day because I know you about to roll, but mine, because I was looking at the chat too, mine was Santa Cruz.
Yo, Santa Cruz Tank was a lit fight, man. That was a lit fight. And yeah, let's cover that. Let's get back to that.
You know why that's my favorite too?
If Santa Cruz,
I didn't go to that fight. That was around that was like during COVID times or whatever, right? That fight was in San Antonio. I remember that shit. I remember I did the live from one of them Airbnb houses or something.
Yeah, I remember.
Did the live from there. Literally had 10,000 in the chat that night, young. That shit was crazy, young. And I still got that knockout call. I posted on my Instagram.
If Davis thought Santa Cruz was gonna, oh my. Yo, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Scooter Powell, the casual boxing fan.
I went nuts on that reaction. I ain't got no Baltimore hammers.
Yeah, that was one of the best knockouts in a long time.
All time, Slim. That's probably my favorite. And I wasn't even at that one.
Epic.
All right, Slim.
All right, peace.
Peace.